I'll just. Hey, John. It's great to sit down with you and get your story here and talk a little bit about your history and how you ended up here in St. Louis. You know, you've been performing around town for a few years now, so people know you quite well as a great bluesman. And most people know you have a Texas background.
Yep.
But you had some time in St. Louis when you were a kid, is that right?
Yep. My dad was from Marthasville, and so we'd come up to visit his parents, and we'd hang out for a couple weeks during the summer, and Dad would schedule these family vacations around the Cardinals' schedule. So while my sisters were shelling peas and stuff like that, Dad and I would take off and go watch the Cardinals play at Busch. So that was a lot of fun.
Well, here we are sitting in your living room. A bunch of years later, you're living right across from the old AB Brewery.
Yes, I am. Yes. When I was a kid, whenever we'd come into town, you'd always drive by the brewery. And when I was a little kid, it always reminded me of like a medieval castle on a hill as you come around that bend and you see it for the first time. And when my wife and I, Miss Mary Alice, moved up here 10 years ago and found this place, it was just perfect because it's basically just across the street from the Budweiser Brewery.
Right.
So, I'm reliving a childhood memory. Of course, I tell people this house is so old. I tell people that President Grant used to get drunk and pass out in our front yard when he was visiting his relatives. Of course, that may or may not be a complete fabrication of my imagination, but you know, that's just the way it is. So.